Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We are in the 9th day for our Java plus Python training. Previous session, we were looking into the OOPS concept, the basic concepts and how we can create classes, properties and methods around it, how we can initialize the different objects that we create. It was good playing around. We still have some coding challenges from the previous things that we want to address. So this is something as assignments that you've taken. I want to see how the progress is. There's a lot of activity and learning that can happen through this. And then I want to get into how we can talk about read and write from an Excel time permitting. So let's look at them. I'm going to go with some of the members. So yeah, I'm going to make you presenter, but let's check if your audio, I'm able to hear you. Is my audio all right, everyone? We cannot hear you. You have to enter the audio pin, Satya, because you dialed in through your phone. Okay. Now?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, fine. Yeah, actually, I just completed camel case one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the one. Actually, I didn't get to work on other things, but I have practiced for objects and other stuff. Okay, and here I go. I'll show you that. So you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Actually, I'm trying to get the two strings from the console and just trying to print it together and with the first letter being cap. So this is the code which tells you about getting the input from the console. And then what I'm trying to do is using the two-carry array method. I'm just getting all the characters and storing it in a new array. And then, so I'm trying to basically convert the ASCII value into the lowercase to the uppercase using this equation, using formula. And then I'm storing that in a character, and then I'm trying to replace that with the old character, which is there in the string, with the new character, what I done after the conversion.
Okay, so
yeah, and then just printing it out.
Nice. So
do you want me to run?
Yes, please. Let's try and then run a couple of instances there.
Sure. So it will just ask you for the string, and I only gave it. Okay. So it will give you the word which is converted into the camel case.
Okay. So it gets us here. Now, can you just Google once and see what camel case comes? And it can be more than 2 words also. It can be a whole sentence or 4 or 5 words typically put together. So let us say, for example, Now I have more than one word. What happens at that time? So what does it do to the spaces? So if you can open up a notepad, I'll give you a sentence. We can try and write that once.
Sure. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm also doing something on the side. Yeah, so let's write a sentence like this space, all lowercase you put it as, or how you can write a sentence, however you want. This is a small code.
This is a code.
Yeah, this is a code. Then space 3.
I mean, 3
Okay,
spaces or
no, let's do this. This is a code for release 3.
okay.
Okay, so how does this become a camel case? Can everyone write the camel case? Keep the original, never change that, please. Release 3, that is the original string.
Okay. Okay.
Now, team, everyone write a camel case for this. How will the output be as a camel case?
So each of the word first letter becomes the benefit. I mean, the capitalized.
Sorry, 1 second. Team, are you putting that on the chat? One second, team. I'm also running a few things on the other side. Okay, where am I? Where do I see a few chat messages now? So there's only one answer correct for a team. There cannot be multiple answers. I'm going to write this. I'll take quickly the control, Satya, and let's write this.
Yeah, please do.
You should also Google team always so that it is clear for you what each of these concepts are. Okay. So the output for this is a code for release 3. So now what is the logic? Think of it. Number 1, all lower characters except first character becomes uppercase for so all lower characters for each new word starting with the second word. So primarily you're always and delete spaces. That is what we need to do. So this will be an input string for me, and then there should be an output string that is coming like this. Okay. So it is doing it almost correctly for 2, but in this case, if you're giving something like first, let us say you're giving first and then you're giving second, the current output for your test is coming first, sorry, first and then second, right? It should actually come first, second, and if there's a third word, third, and so on, fourth. That's our output. That's what it should come. Okay. Someone did it just a while back. Was it you, Shalin? Would you be able to show this, your code that you did on the same? You can raise your hand for me, please. And any other code also from your end, Satya, please let me know.
No, actually, this is the only one I tried, Karthik.
Okay.
Yeah, rest all I was just, since we were flowing with the classes, right? So I was practicing the objects.
Okay. One second, everyone. Okay, so no one else, team? There were so many other people who wanted to present. Madhuri, okay, no problem. Thank you so much, Satya. Let's look at what Madhuri is doing.
Sure.
Hi, Karthik.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I just wrote this for leap year. I'm not sure if it is correct one, but can you please check it?
So can you explain the logic for me, please?
So year is I'm asking the user like to enter any year. So if it is divisible by 4 and the result is 0, then it's leap year. Because
So what does that percentage, what does that do? Line 2. Can someone explain to us, team? Madhuri, can you try? What does line 2 do?
this is divisible by, like, it divides by.
It is moduli, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So gives is the balance after you divide, so that there is decimal space. So just search Python moduli in Google once.
Should I say mod or module?
Moduli. Li. Li. No.
Oh.
Not module li. MUDLI. I think that's modulo. Or so you will see the percentage. Modulo. Sorry. The percentage symbol in Python is called the modulo operator. It returns the remainder of dividing the left hand operator by right hand operand. It's used to get the remainder of a division problem. So that the balance. So if you, let's say if you do 2000, the modulo is 0 because we're dividing it 4. Okay, so there's no remainder. If it's 2001, then you'll see what it's not a leap year.
Okay.
Your code looks correct. Yeah. And you're looking at it if it's a century leap year. Why are we doing line 6 in this case? Line 4 I understood. It's saying if it is century leap year. But why 400 years? Must be something else, right? Could be, maybe
yes,
I'm not.
I would say something else, but I forgot.
Right. Sure. And else this. Okay, let's enter a few years and see.
Yes. Oh yeah, okay.
Can we put it in a way that it will loop through till we ask it to keep going? I don't want to hit run again. I want to keep asking, do you want to try again?
Okay.
Like loop this whole code. Is it possible? No,
Let's
even
say for,
input also will take it again.
excuse me, sorry, Kat.
The input here from line 1 to 9, we can loop that through a while loop and keep on taking input.
Okay,
Let me show you 1 second.
sure. Thanks.
So now this is only working as one instance, right? So let us say, I'll say more equals input. Check more years for leap year.
Okay.
Say yes or no. I want the user to enter this information. Now, while more equals yes, then
Okay.
I like to do all of these. Okay. Now, there is one challenge. This input itself, I have to take it in the while loop, because at the end of all of this, I want to come here and say what I want to do. I want to take once more input, check for more or not. And at the end, I'll say print. And here, whatever giving, let's add that. I'll say year, comma, is a leap year. Just, a few changes that I'm doing. Or year, comma, is not a leap year. And here I'm to see if I want to repeat it. Once I enter, it will come out of the while. Make sense? And let us see now how it will work. So go ahead and enter some dates, some years here. No,
It's showing camel
yeah, I already executed.
leap year.
Execution, we here now. Let's enter the first year.
Karthik, it's saying enter a string. I want to convert to camel case.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. So where is our program?
Here, the leap year check.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. You're right. Are you running it?
Yeah, sure. I think here it's showing error somewhere. Line 2.
Because there is no default value in more. So I'll start with more equals by into it. Yes. So that's my initial value. Then capability to check it. Now let's see. Let's enter the year. Yes. So it'll do more for us. And yeah, try and enter some non-leap years, test it out. 3 years. Can we also do it for a big year? Look, let's say, for example, I'm hitting yes, and I enter like 25/0/22. Q somewhere is not a leap year. So then I know maybe 25/0/24 could be a leap year. Oh no, I entered this for yes or no. So it exited.
Oh.
Yeah, but basically now we are able to loop your same code till the user says, no, I'm not interested anymore.
Okay, this is very nice.
Yeah, and you could also do simple things like to Fahrenheit converters, currency converters, and so on. They're locally run. They're nice practice ones.
Okay. Thank you, Karthik.
You're welcome. Who's going next, team? I had a few hands raised and then everything went down. And do you remember who was showing the screens? Yes, on the previous session, there was so many code that people were writing. No? No one? I don't see. Yes, Shalan, thank you. Yeah, I remember. I'm sorry, I forgot. If you put your hands down, it's very tough for me because I'll have to search through your names in the list. I made you presenter. Let's look at what you were doing there.
Yeah. This is the code.
Give
So
me one.
first, yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, so this is the simple one that we started with. This is the main method.
Mhm.
And then I have taken a username and the password. And then the input from the customer for the username and the password.
So this was, you created a class, is it, for banking application?
Yeah.
Can you show me what does the class have now? Let's go to the top ones to the class.
So these methods are for the next one.
Isn't line
So
6 referring to creation of the class?
so the object is not related to the first program. So if
I see.
the username and the password matches, then I will ask customer if they want to perform any action today, like deposit, withdraw, or exit. So these are the three options I have given. So corresponding to these options, I have created a methods. So if they want to deposit, then I have created a non-static method here for the deposit. So there are two variables. One is double for balance. And then when I created the method, I have taken double amount as a variable in order to enter the amount to deposit. And then it will display the message saying that once the customer enters the amount, that how much they want to deposit, then this message will display saying that your balance after deposit. So this is plus balance. And then if the option is W, that is withdraw, then the customer will enter the amount that they would like to withdraw. And then the method which I have created is this one. So if the withdrawal amount is greater than the balance, then it shows this message, sorry, the insufficient funds, and then it will get exited the program. Or else the amount will be subtracted from the balance amount and it shows the remaining balance to the customer. And then for these methods, I've created an object here. And if they would like to exit from these options, so I just created if statement here. If the option is E, exit, then I would just display a message saying that thank you so much for banking with us.
I'm sorry. So let's go from now. This is your flow. So let's
Yeah.
look at your logic, and now let's look at your program main method from beginning. So I've created an object, and am I doing anything with that object? Where do I start doing anything?
Yeah, so with these objects, I'm calling the methods here at the bottom. So here, I'm calling the methods.
Can you close the view on the right side of your window? I'm not able to see a full screen. There's a lot of code that is going horizontally. Yes, thank you. And also the right connect my lin. You can close that. Yeah.
Are you able to see it now?
Yes, I can see. Let me understand. So you have a username. Welcome to enter your username. Okay, you're scanning, you're taking, enter your password, and if it's valid with what is then, you're basically saying, okay, while true, deposit, withdraw. Okay. Now, so basically, so what all I'm trying to say is just scroll up for me, please.
Yeah.
So here where you gave the username and password,
Yeah.
even these, we could slowly move it into the method, into the class itself.
Right.
And even the login can be one of the methods we can put into the class.
Okay.
So while user is logged in, then we can do that once they log out. So, but that is good. It is coming through very well. This is nice. So now scroll down for me, please. Now I was understanding. I was thinking, where is this data then? It's not related to my object. So my object is pretty much not doing anything right now except for holding the balance then in the couple of methods.
Yes, sir.
And just scroll down for me, please. Okay, so draw is W, and you have a key is exit. Very nice. It sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, Shalan. Shalan, do you also want to show the Fibonacci series that you're working on?
Yes. So on this one. Sorry, I haven't completed that, sir, yet.
I think this is the one, correct?
Yeah.
So I think that a few more members, I just thought I'll walk you through. This is basically Fibonacci series number is a number is nothing but the sum of the previous two numbers. That is what the concept is. So in this case, we're trying to print all the top 43 numbers in that series. And each time the logic is to put the new to the old numbers and add those together and so on. So this is a logic team that you should definitely look at. So just execute this please so that you can show it to the team what's coming across.
Sure.
There you go. And this number starts small. As it gets into, it becomes pretty large. They get more than doubled each time. Not each time, but slowly. Great, thank you.
Okay, sir. Sir, how can I get this window at the bottom? I really.
Which window?
This console.
Okay,
At the
so
bottom.
go to your On the quick access, it should be there, or go to your window and show view. In the middle it is. Just go here, click on console there. So if you want this to be at the bottom, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
See those, you can drag and drop it, not those.
Okay.
You see the white space up beside the debug?
Yeah.
Okay. Drag it there and try and drop it down. Bring it down. Yeah, see it'll come there. Leave it.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Who do we have? Narsimha, what happened? Hand raised, hand down. Hand raised. Making a presenter. Do you have something to show?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to do the banking application. Yeah, but I'm not able to change the numbers, whatever are there in this list. That's the only problem I have. Hello?
Yeah, I'm seeing.
So these are the definitions for functions for balance, transfer, and deposit.
Okay.
So if, for example, the first user UN logins, if he wants balance, like he logs in successfully, or need is equal to input for balance B, for transfer T, and deposit D. Then if he inputs B, I print the function balance. For T, transfer, and D, deposit. Same thing for user 2 and 3.
Okay.
And I did an else. I did first, if it is false, try again, but I want to do it only 3 times. That's where I'm failing again.
Right. So the number one is, just go to the top ones, please.
Here?
Yes. So what is U1, U2, U3? What are they?
User 1, user 2, user 3. Their data, password, username, password, and their balance.
What type of a data is it?
First 2 are strings and the second is the integer, I presume.
Yes, but total together, what are they called?
A list.
Okay. So just do me a favor, open a Google browser, please. Chrome browser, sorry. And go to w3schools.com. W3 schools, yeah.
Okay.
Now, what I showed you was something called as Python list. Do you see Python list? It's in the middle. Unlock this. See your lists go down a little bit. Just wait there. How does the list start with?
This list is equal to.
Equal to what?
Equal to apple, banana, and.
Is there nothing between apple and equal to?
Comma. He put a comma.
Comma is there after. What is there after? I asked.
He put an equal sign, right?
What is there after the equal to?
Space, then brackets.
What bracket?
The square ones.
How many types of brackets are there, everyone?
3.
So there's square brackets, there's curly brackets, there's regular brackets.
And then, yeah.
Just scroll up to the top of this page. List is a collection which is ordered and changeable. Okay.
Okay.
Now lists will start. Just go down, list little bit. You'll see what is there. First one, square bracket. Do you see that? This list equals to square bracket. Now
Okay.
scroll back up a little. What is the next thing? Tuples.
Okay.
Tuples is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. Now, on the left side, do you see Python tuples?
Yes.
Click on that, please. So you will see that tuples are the one that starts with a regular bracket, not a square, not a curl. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Then you cannot change the value in it. Now go to Python
Okay.
set. Scroll down. Do you see it's a curl bracket?
Okay.
Now look at dictionaries. And this will be like a JSON format. So these are the 4 different types that we have. So your code may not be working only because maybe you're using a regular bracket instead of a square bracket.
Okay.
Okay, so in your code, let's change that to square brackets, all of them, please. So we want a list that is ordered in the sense, I know which is in position 0, 1, 2. That is changeable in the sense I can change what is there in it.
Yeah.
You still ordered, I can say index 0, 1, 2, but I cannot change the values into it. Now,
Okay.
can you explain that logic and walk me through that once again?
I didn't still write the code for changing the numbers, so
No problem.
that I can show you. So stop and rerun. So the first, for example, he enters N1 as the username.
Sorry?
He enters his username as N1. Here, then his password is ahs.xx.
Right.
Then login successful. If you need to check balance, enter B for transfer T and for deposit D.
Very nice. So let's put B for balance.
B, okay. Your account balances. It printed it.
Okay, very good. So 1 second. Where are you asking those questions? Show me in the code.
I'm asking after they log in. Need is equal to input.
So just like I showed earlier, put that logic into a while loop till the user wants to continue, because we don't have to log the user out automatically after one transaction.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. So the whole thing we can put into while loop later. So let's run again. Let us try and do the deposit.
So I enter T, enter recipient. Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Then I'll enter any other two, any one of the other two. Sorry, actually. 1 second.
How do we know what is our data?
Our balance.
Balance. So just say, basically, in your transfer function and your deposit function, before you do a transfer, say your current balance is, and then after you do a transfer, say your now current balance is after transfer. The same deposit. So that way, your screen is interacting with you. It is easier for you to look at the output. Now let's do the deposit. Does it tell us the new balance once we do a deposit?
No, that too. That's why I was not able to change the number, right? That's what I
Yeah,
was
so
asking.
where are you trying to add?
I didn't understand.
Where are you depositing? Showing me your deposit logic.
See, one second. This is the deposit logic. I'll deposit into my account only. So what will happen? I wanted to change the number uh, with the plus amount.
Okay.
Okay.
One second. What I'm trying to understand here is why are we again checking to see if we are logged in?
Yeah, I need to establish a while loop till user wants to log out, then only. Right.
So the step should be first log in, then do
Okay.
it, then log out. Every time I want to deposit, I should not log in. I've already logged in successfully, right?
Yeah.
Not ask me, that or check that again. But scroll down on that logic.
Could you repeat, boss? Not able to. I was not
Scroll
able
down
to.
please on that logic a little bit.
Okay.
Give me control. I'm not able to
Okay.
see the code. See, you have to show the code very clearly, Nasima.
Yeah.
Have the control. Now, where is my deposit method?
Here.
Where?
Here. Deposit. Line 40.
Okay, good. Leave that. Where are you adding that amount?
Here on this amount, I wanted to add here, whichever user is logged in into his account.
Where is that sum total, old balance, new balance? Where is that logic? I did not understand.
I didn't do that. That's the problem. I was not able to
You
change
did
the
not do
value.
that.
So, yeah, I was not able to do that.
Yeah, and we should not try and relog in each time, please.
Yes, I'll do that again.
Okay, very good. And your code and the other code that we saw on the using the classes together would actually complete the module on this.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, could you explain me how to repeat the password login if it is false 3 times?
Yeah. So, okay. How do we means? Wait. Okay. Do I have mouse control on your machine?
Yeah.
The first thing I will do is I'll try and save this as another version so that your old version. Oops. Come on. Okay. See, all this logic that you have here has to be relooked at. And even if this if statement, I don't know. I'm sorry. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. What is this happening? What is this? What is all this? Where is the logic? See, where am I? What am I doing? I'm not understanding this code. See, your code logic should be very simple. You should start with this while loop first.
Okay.
Why else while loop?
See, could I scroll up once?
No. Logic flow is not correct. See, the logic flow is like this. Okay, I'll say here login equals false. So that's
Okay.
the value that I'm giving. It's a boolean. And now, while actually login equals to true, I'll say. No. Login equals not login. This is login is fine. I'll use one more. Login attempts. I'll just say attempts. It's taking too much time to remotely do it on your systems. Attempts equals 0 while I is less than 3. What will you try and do?
In the whole,
Your login function will come here.
yes.
Okay. And once that login is done, then all you'll do is add one to it. Okay, so you're looping through this while loop just to log in. Okay. Now, once login is done, I'll repeat here and I'll say while. So here, once it is done, we will basically say login equals to whenever, somewhere.
Okay.
So that has to be set.
So while login is equal to true again in another while loop, right?
No, one second. So this check, this is the check login conditions. Okay, are here. In one of those,
Yes, login.
true. Else
Yeah.
login will not be true.
Yeah.
Now you will basically say while login, you can keep looping through. Or, and I can say here, and loop or repeat, or what, more transactions, even better word. So that's the login first, and then more transactions equals to true. And here, while these two, so now I'll keep saying here, take user commands, or we say once done, user enters no, then what I will do is more transactions equals false. So that's my core logic.
Okay.
You call login condition. In this, you call for is it deposit, balance inquiry, or transfer. You can do whatever you want in there. Once you log in, then you can go ahead with this.
Yes.
Login has failed, then you can write more than everything. We can end the program.
Okay.
Okay, so keep this as your main logic, and in that keep adding your conditions.
Okay.
So the best way to check a condition is here you're taking user inputs, then call a function to check. I don't know if you already wrote a function that you send a username and password, and
Yeah.
it says is it correct or not.
Yeah, it checks if it is correct or not.
Where?
Could you go down after all my this here? from line 54. It checks it.
Oh, great. So then, but this is only checking for the first one, right?
Even for the second and third, I wrote LFL.
Like this. Okay, okay. So what you could do is basically put this into login. And you send UB and P into it. That becomes your function. And in this function, you take all of these if till there. So much. That's a long code for that. Very long code.
Yeah.
But I know the challenge that you faced, especially with users, multiple users. Now, if it is 4 users, 5 users, your code will go much longer, correct?
Yeah.
Find better way. So this is just checking logging. If you send UB and P,
Okay.
so it will go and check for this. And at the end, you can return anywhere from here.
Okay.
Saying, oh, if it is correct, then login successful is coming here, right?
Yes.
So you're saying I is true.
Yes, I tried it. Like if I is false, repeat. While I is false, repeat it. But I didn't want that. How many attempts would I give him?
I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, the logic. So basically, there, then what you should do here is you can return I, and wherever you're calling that, where is that? So what is the name of the function that we created?
We created check login.
So here basically, if check login, let us say X and Y are the ones you'll take. Here into X and Y. If check login, this equals, what did we send? I, correct?
Okay.
I know. I is, what did we write?
I is,
True.
yeah, I is equal to true.
So then we'll say true here. And it will basically say what you can do for me.
Yeah. While I is less than 3, it'll do the loop. While I is less than 3, it'll check for the login. If it is greater, now it exceeds 3, it will not do it at all. Now.
Exactly. And here you'll start with I equals to 0.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So continue and try on this, please.
Yes.
Very nice. And team, whenever you're getting confused now with the logic, try and write comments first in English before you try and put a code into it. It may help. Okay. Team, I wanted to start with actually read write exercise. I don't know if anyone else have anything to show from your end. It's already been almost an hour, and this both read write Excel requires little focus from your end. We will be able to discuss a little bit more about two-dimensional arrays also in it. Anyone have anything else to talk or show assignments? There were very interesting outputs that were coming to these assignments, team. Okay, team, then that's it from my side for today. Just finish practicing on these, fine tune your code, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Just one quick question before we sign off. Actually, I tried the banking application, and like last time we did, and the thing is, like, I want to call the second method only when the first method, I mean the login method, is passed. It's successful. So for that, when in the main program, actually, I'm trying to first call the first method, and then I'm passing a boolean value in the first method, and returning a true value to call the second method in the main method itself. But actually, I'm not getting exactly how it works, but I'm not able to succeed on that. So can I email you the information so I can get a reply from you?
No, let's show it to me in the session itself, please. So I need to know the code. It's always about the code for me. There's nothing else. Once you look at the code, you would know what is right, wrong in it.
Exactly. Okay. Actually, it's yes.
Go ahead.
Actually, only when the login is successful, right? The user can go either deposit or withdraw. So
Correct.
I want to carry out the second method only when the login is successful.
That is
Actually,
what
when
we're
I
doing
tried
here.
the failure, yeah.
Look at the logic we're doing here. I'm doing the login. Once the login is there, converting the login to be true. Okay. Only the user logs out or does not want any more transactions, I'll stop doing these.
Okay.
Till then I'll do deposit inquiries, whatever I want in it. Make sense?
Okay.
So you finish login, then you go with the other things. Because each time for every transaction, it'll check, am I logged in? Is there any other transaction? Otherwise, it'll come out. It'll go to the next one. It's a by user.
Actually, I tried that in Java. Maybe somewhere I'm missing the passing value or returning value. I'm not sure whether it's getting right or wrong.
Sure. For me, what's important is the simple flow, and try with one first, and then you can look at more users. And before you go into multiple users, I want to show you how we can do it through an Excel sheet. So you basically let this document is not something that is accessible to you, this list of this data. How will you have to know what are the other details? It will be stored in some database. It will only tell you, oh, it's logged in or not. So our programs will get those small calls. All we need to do is even here, for example, balance is there. It should return the balance, maybe print also. I don't need to check all of these. If then return that balance, if then return that balance, and so on. If we specifically use oops into this. So for every user, we know what balance will be there. As a generic, this is correct, Nasima. And Satya, you have to make sure your flow is correct. Thought first as English, then the code logic.
Okay. Okay.
Show it to me tomorrow.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, everyone.